Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to data science with Python. So in this class we are still going to talk about pandas and some basic operations that you guys can perform with this amazing plugin to Python. So basically today we are going to learn how to merge some data frames together. And what exactly means merge? It's pretty simple. It's, let's say for example you guys have more than one data frame, so let's say 2, 3 or 4 data frames. You can put them together in only one data frame. So basically if each of those data frames are the same, so there is the same thing written on them, you can just put them all together in only one data frame. And even if there are some things that are not pretty much the same, you can keep some columns common by adding something to this operation. So we are gonna see how it works a bit more in depth right now. All right. So to be able to make work everything to run it pretty much to understand how this works, what we'll do is pretty simple. We are going to create a data frame. So pretty simple. We are going to do what we have learned to do in the past few classes. So first of all, we are going to import our pandas. So basically, here we go, SPD. And from now on, what we'll do, we will create two databases, so two basic databases. Let's say it's gonna be food. So basically we'll have the number of the food, the name of the food, and finally, let's say the rate or the price of the food. So let's say we'll have here database that will be food1. And from this moment, we are going to create our database. So what we'll have at first is pretty simple. We'll have the number of the food. So basically you can just give a number to your food. And in this case, the number will be from 1 to 5 since we are working with food. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Then the next thing that we will have will be the name of the food. So basically here we'll give name to our food. So let's call it name. And let's do the exact same thing. So let's say we'll have apples, we'll have bananas, we'll have, I don't know, we can have pizza or anything that you want. You can just write down letters because it's just for the purpose of understanding how this works. So let's say apple, bananas, chips, popcorn, and let's say I don't know, beans or pizza. Pizza is better. Here we go. All right, so we have our 5 foods, and the last thing will be price. So basically we'll have here a variable that will be price. So we'll have a list of all the prices. So here we go. We'll have, let's say, $2, $3, $4, $8, and $6. All right, so we have our first database right here. So basically our first dictionary or list of databases that we will use to create our database. Then next thing, we'll create a second one a bit lower. So we have food1, and we'll do the exact same thing. So we'll create another one that will be called food number 2. And what is gonna be very interesting is that we'll keep everything the same. So to understand how it works, the merging, we are going to keep everything the same. And what we'll do right now, we will create data frames. So basically a bit lower right here. So we'll have our table 1, or you can call it food 1, table 1, how you want it. And from this moment, we'll create our data frame. So how exactly we create our data frame? Like always, we're gonna use pandas to create our data frame. So we will use the PD extension that you guys can see right here. So pd.dataframe. Here we go. You can find it right there. And from this moment, we are going to use food1. So food1 for our data frame. And we'll do the exact same thing for our table number 2. Here we go. So don't forget, just change the name when you copy and paste everything. So right now what we have our list of everything that we are going to use for our dictionary. So for food1 and food number 2, it should be pretty much the same thing. So what we want to do right now, so we have our data frames that are created right here. So as you can see, table 1 will be the data frame of food 1, and table 2 will be the data frame of here food number 2. So very important, number 2 as well. And from this moment, we want to fusion everything together or merge everything together. So basically what we'll do, we will create a variable that will be named fusion. So we'll call it fusion. And here we are going to merge everything together. So basically we are going to write down, once again, we are going to use our PD extension that refers to pandas. And here we'll use the formula merge. So basically the function merge to merge table 1 and table 2 together. So table 1 as well as table 2 together. So right now here what have we done? It's pretty simple. Here we have merged the two tables together. So this is the formula to merge the two tables together. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. And what we want to do right now is simply print the variable fusion. Here we go. So we'll print fusion. If we run the app, as you can see, what happened? It simply printed everything together. So basically you have merged the two databases together. So let's say, for example, right now, instead of apple right here, we write down corn. And we run, once again, our app. What's going to happen is that the apple will disappear because it's not the same thing. So what we'll do, it will merge the two databases together. But if it's not the same thing, well, it's just not going to merge it. And it's not gonna appear right here. So basically it will just merge everything that is the same in the two columns right here. So in the two databases, the database number 1 and the database number 2. Right now, let's say that you guys want to keep some columns common and basically make it work, even if here we have corn and here we have apple. So basically, let's say here we have corn, here we have apple. The price of the corn is not $2. It's gonna be, I don't know, $8, for example. And here we don't have chips. We have, let's say, beans. All right. So let's say we want to keep the column name, so common. What we'll do, it's pretty simple. Right here, after our table 2, we will simply add a comma and write down on. So on equal to what exactly we want to keep common. So we want to keep the names common. So basically we'll just write down name because we want to keep the name common. And if we run the app, as you can see, what's going to happen, we'll have our names. So right here, we'll have our banana and we'll have everything that we want. So basically we keep the name common right here. If we want to do the exact same thing for numbers, we can do it. So we can just put everything, we can just take it and write down numbers and we run everything together. And as you can see, it's going to do the exact same thing. So the numbers will be common in this case. So as you can see, the corn appears and we have our corn for $8 and we have our apple for $2 as well. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to understand. So basically the first thing that you guys want to do to be able to merge your, not functions, to be able to merge your databases, it's pretty simple. What you want to do at first, you want to create your databases. So basically here you will have your lists that will be used for databases. Then you simply put those, you create data frames with those databases that you have, well, with your lists. You put all your lists in form of data frames right here with this function right there. And then you simply merge everything with the function right here. So I hope you guys understood this operation. So it's pretty simple. What it does, it simply puts together two databases that are not together. And when I say together, it will simply put together everything that is the same in the two databases. So everything that is not the same will just not be put inside of this database. But it's possible to keep some columns common as well with the on function inside of our merge function. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.